Alright guys, I am back and this is my WWE Night of Champions 2013 review, and this was a good show. I have to say this was a good show. The main event between Dee Bryant and Randy Orton was a good main event. I enjoyed that main event. I thought that was a real good main event. I was surprised that fast count at the end with Scott Armstrong, the ref counting, so maybe he's gonna get involved in the match. I'm thinking now that Scott Armstrong is going to get involved in this feud between Dee Bryant and Orton now because they did that fast count after Dee Bryant hit that high knee. So anyway, on to the show. This show was a good show. Like I said, I thought the main event was good, and I thought Night Champions was good, but I don't think it's better than last year. Last year, Night Champions, my favorite pay-per-view of last year was Night Champions. I really enjoyed that pay-per-view last year. But this year's Night Champions, it was really lacking. Well, some of the matches just had weird finishes, in my opinion, except for the main event. So we open up. We open Night Champions with a pre-show. So the pre-show is a tag team turmoil match, which is So it's Tons of Funk versus Primetime versus PTP versus Usos versus Real Max versus 3MB. The winners will face the Shield on later on tonight on the pay-per-view. So the PTP winner Tyler sets the spine buster for the win. It was an okay match. Then we see a segment from Triple H. Triple H says that the main event tonight there's going to be no interference. He says it's going to be a fair fight. So that means Big Show cannot interfere. Orton, or not Orton, sorry, the Shield cannot interfere, or himself, Triple H, cannot interfere. So he says that the Intercontinental title will be on the line tonight. He said that Axel will defend his title tonight against a opponent of Triple H choosing, and that is and guess who comes out? Kofi Kingston. So Kofi comes out, and why is it Kofi Kingston all the time? Every time on a pay-per-view, I know he was on the poster for Night Champions, but it's like every time they just drag out Kofi Kingston. Oh, you're in an Intercontinental title match. They just throw him every couple of months into an Intercontinental title match or a US title match, and that pisses me off. And there's different people who need that Intercontinental title. I think it would have been nice to see Tyson Kidd come back. I would have loved to see Tyson Kidd come back and maybe challenge Axel for the Intercontinental title. I thought that should have been. I thought we should have seen that match because I know that Tyson Kidd's been injured with a knee injury like late last year, so I know he's going to come back this month. And I thought the perfect time for him to come back would have been tonight, last night, and he could have faced Axel for the Intercontinental title. So that kind of pissed me off, because Kofi, come on, I said this before my Raw review, he's going to just be a mid-card wrestler and a tag team guy. He's not going to be a main eventer. So I don't know why they're putting him against Axel all the time. Like I said, so when Kofi tries to throw him by this, but he misses it. Axel hits a neck breaker for the win. It was a good match. I didn't care about it. I'm kind of pissed off that they didn't pick Tyson Kidd. I mean, that would have at least gives it something to do. I mean, Tyson Kidd is like a jobber, so I wanted to, because Tyson Kidd is a talented wrestler, but it would have been nice to see him return, or even Evan Bourne. Like, where has Evan Bourne been recently? Does anybody know? Nobody's seen him in like 2 years. Or Rey Mysterio. I just don't like Kofi. I'm just not a fan of Kofi Kingston. Like, any of those two guys I would have been fine with. Then we get onto the Fatal 4-Way. Second match is a Fatal 4-Way. Second match is for the Divas titles, the Fatal 4-Way. So it's AJ defending against Natalya, Brie Bella, and Naomi from the Total Divas. And this was an okay match. I didn't think it was a great match, but it was an okay match. I didn't think. I thought Natalya was gonna win the match. In my prediction, I predicted Natalya to get the win, so that means AJ and Natalya can feud, but obviously not. I see that AJ and Natalya are probably going to feud, but I thought that AJ was going to chase Natalya for the title, but obviously it kind of looks like now that Natalya is going to be chasing. It kind of looks like Natalya and AJ feuding, which is good. I didn't want Brie Bella versus AJ. I mean, what the hell's all that about? So, but anyway, AJ gets the win. by I think was it the Black Widow or something like that. She got the win, so it was a good match. So like I said, I think we're gonna have a Natalya versus AJ feud leading up going into Survivor Series. Then we get Then we get RVD versus Alberto. I don't know why I did that. Stop it. I don't know why I did that, but anyway, so we got Del Rio versus RVD was the fourth match tonight. It was for the world title. It was RVD versus Alberto Del Rio, and this was a good match here. I actually thought this was a good match. I thought that Ricardo was going to turn on RVD, but obviously not. Del Rio works on his arm, on RVD's arm. RVD kicks him in the face. Then I think RVD tries to go for first focus, but then Del Rio taps him out. Yeah, makes him tap out. So I mean, it made Del Rio look strong here. I mean, he didn't look weak or anything. He did look strong. So yeah. I'm kind of thinking that this feud is going to continue to Battleground, going into Hell in a Cell. I think this can continue into Hell in a Cell and Battleground, and I think this feud is going to continue 2 more pay-per-views, which I'm okay with. I hope the next 2 pay-per-views that we go into that this world title feud has a build up between RVD. Stop doing that. Anyway. So yeah, I thought that was a good match, and after the match, RVD and Ricardo hit coast to coast on Del Rio. So it kind of looks like this feud is definitely continuing. Then we got Punk versus so then we got the 2-on handicap match. Do we? Or Dolph versus. What match was next? That was like the 5th match tonight. The 6th match out was a 2-on handicap match. It was Axel and Heyman versus Punk in a no DQ match. All they do is basically all the CM Punk does is just attack him with a kendo stick. This is no DQ, and all you hit him with is a kendo stick. Really? WWE, why do you always like using those kendo sticks? I know you're not in the TV14 era anymore, and you're not going to be having thumbtacks or anything like that, but you make the match better by having, I don't know, steel chairs, lead pipes, something like that. Something, different weapons. I'm sick of seeing like kendo sticks all the time, like really. And then so CM Punk eliminates Axel, then Punk gets his hands on Heyman, but then Ryback comes out, attacks CM Punk. Heyman gets the win, so Heyman is staying in WWE. Yes. So it kind of looks like Ryback and Paul Heyman are kind of like a team now. They're kind of like, so it kind of looks like Ryback's got a manager now, and that's great. This is going to do wonders for Ryback's career. And Ryback at this stage of his career does need a manager, because Paul Heyman as Ryback's mouthpiece, as his manager, is great things. It's best for business, brother. That's a Triple H line that I did there, but yeah, that's best. That is best for business. That is. But like I said, Paul Heyman and Ryback. I mean, it's going to do great for Ryback's career. I mean, having Paul Heyman in your corner is going to be awesome. So I'm wondering. So it kind of looks like they're going to have a Punk versus Ryback feud, but again, we're going to have a Punk versus Ryback feud again. But yeah, it kind of looks like we're going to have a Punk and Ryback feud. So yeah, it was an okay match. Then we got the US title on the line. Dean Ambrose defending against Dolph Ziggler. Good match here, but the Shield interfere and Ambrose wins clean, actually, sorry, with a DDT for the whistle. I'm shocked that actually Dean Ambrose won clean over Dolph, but Dolph's going to get the title. But it kind of looks like this feud is going to continue, which is great for these 2 guys, because these 2 guys can, you know, have a good we know these 2 guys can put on some great matches, Dean Ambrose and Dolph. It's just basically WWE needs to give them more time out there to shine and stuff like that. And for Dolph, really, it kind of pisses me off for Dolph, because I'm a big fan of Dolph, and he's just jobbing out to guys like, he's just jobbing out to, you know, Bray Wyatt and the Shield, and it's kind of sad how that's happening to Dolph. I mean, I'm a big I'm a big fan of the Shield and the White family, but it kind of sucks for Dolph that he's, you know, jobbing to the mid-carders now. But yeah, like I said, Dean Ambrose got the win. Great for him, and I hope that this feud continues. Then the main event, WWE title on D. Bryan versus Randy Orton for the WWE title, and this was a really good match. My favorite match on the show, I thought this was. D. Bryan kicks Orton in the head. He goes for the yes lock. Orton gets the ropes. Then Orton goes for the RKO, but then D. Bryan hits the high knee for the win. Just the win. 1, 2, 3. Match over, done with. No, wait. The rest take months. Then Randy Orton hits an RKO, but then I think Bryan gets out at 2. Then D. Bryan had him in the yes lock. Then D. Bryan gets up again, hits Orton with a high knee. Then the ref gets fast. He goes 1, 2, 3. So he counted pretty fast, the ref. So yeah, that's how we ended. So D. Bryan is your new WWE champion. Hopefully the second reign is longer than the first reign. So it kind of looks like a Survivor Series. We're gonna have Team Orton versus Team D. Bryan at SummerSlam. Not SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Sorry. So yeah, that's my review of WWE SummerSlam. Not SummerSlam. WWE's Night of Champions 2013. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the show? Leave a comment in the comment section below, guys. And thanks for watching, guys. Brag out.